Hey Scorpio, it's Rachel from Royal Soul Tarot, and I'm here to do your tarot reading for March 2018. I was called to do your reading this morning. I woke up to this beautiful sound of rain, and we haven't had rain in Chicago for a while. It just sounds so lush. The sky is so dense, perfect for Scorpio. And I've been randomly opening books. I do this a lot in my own personal life and my art practice. And I was called to this book, Women in Their Beds. This was given to me by an old love, I think probably 2000 and, oh boy, 4 or 5 maybe. And that has resonance because Jupiter is going retrograde in Scorpio, your sign. And that can bring back old loves into your life, maybe, memories, ways of being with love. And that the retrograde calls on you to rekindle, rework, release, everything. So with an eye to the past, laying a new foundation for romance, for love. But I opened it up randomly, and this is what I came to, ... And in the innermost room, the Holy of Holies, the soul sits alone. And in the innermost room, the Holy of Holies, the soul sits alone. I'll read a little bit. It's quite beautiful writing. Silence, the wind's gone on. No whistlings, no growlings, no loose boards banging. My heart is flapping against my ribs where I could not altogether hear it before. Pitiful bird, it wants out from where you caged it for me. When the wind sweeps down again, I pray it breaks this house into 1,000 pieces and throws onto the snow the mildewed beds nobody slept in for years and years. That's gorgeous. I mean, it sounds like a retrograde process. And then when, Jupiter goes direct again and Mercury goes direct again, the energy will shift and change. It will feel like a whoosh. It will feel like the wind swept up again. But for now, I think we're dealing, and I laid out 2 decks here, 2 different decks, because it's so dense. The energy here is, it's interesting. It's asking for an overhaul. I don't think it has to be unfun. I think actually some of the focus is on branching out, having fun in areas that have no expectations, finding the new, finding the spark again. Okay, so the first card that was laid down was the King of Pentacles. Okay, rebuilding a foundation. Not completely starting from scratch for sure, but asking yourself the question of, what do I want let's go with relationships, because I'm seeing some 2s here. Lots of court cards here too, so maybe lots of people playing into this, but let's see. I'll read it when I get to it. I feel like this is asking you to rebuild a foundation on what you want. It was crossed with the 9 of Cups. This feeling of variability, change, shift. I think you want more spontaneity. I think you want to feel better when things shift and change. Instead of going maybe deep like you do all the time, I think you're craving kind of like a rock being thrown on the surface, skip, skip, skip. But laying a foundation for that, actually telling the universe that is what you'd like, and that is what maybe might make you feel more successful. More juicy. Juice. And possibly more grounded. How could a rock being skipped along the surface make us feel more grounded? Lighter. How can feeling light be more grounded? Sometimes it is. Sometimes when you lay down and do a meditation, you feel very heavy. You feel that weight. Sometimes you do it and your body is grounded, but your mind and heart lift and fly away. So there's this beautiful counterpoint. There's this beautiful contrast that possibly the more you laugh and skip and flirt with different things this month, the more grounded you feel. That's interesting. Let's see if this counterpoint keeps coming up. I do think paying attention to how you might have to compromise to build this new foundation, how you might have to adjust, make adjustments, see all these different faces, different emotions, being variable in how you approach this month. Retrogrades can bring up surprises, and I'm counting on these to be pretty damn good. So good surprises, okay? But also the retrogrades can bring up challenges. Now, how can we look at challenges as gifts, right? You are bringing in, your conscious patterns right now are about regeneration. The eights, rebirthing, a new mental outlook here. In a conscious approach, possibly a potential outcome is that you're shifting your thinking quite radically. If there's any sort of heaviness, again, and if that's weighing on your mind, if it's a depression, if it's a if you feel that you've been purposely avoiding something, look at the blindfold, not wanting to see what you've got yourself into, any types of illusions, look at the moons, any types of lies you're telling yourself, now's the time to look at that, to forgive and start to untie that corset a little bit. Again, loosen up the corset. Look at all these swords that are piercing the ground. Now, is she grabbing this one to start to pull them out, or is she putting another one in? I think she's getting ready to pull them out. I think you're getting ready to completely shift your way of thinking. And again, turn this into a process of variability. Think about it as a dance. Don't worry over it. Don't obsess over it. Touch and go. That's the theme for this month. Touch and go, lighthearted approach with yourself this month, okay? How can a mental regeneration be? Could it be fun? Could you be learning new techniques about meditation, about presence? Meditation, you can do a movement meditation. It can be anything that focuses your mind, even learning a new dance. I just started tango recently, and whoa. Talk about being focused. Talk about being meditative while moving. So gorgeous. Writing, putting your pen to the page and not lifting it up and just going, getting those thoughts out in a creative way. A lot of fifth house stuff this month into July, really. Fertility, creativity, conception of new ideas. Also self-respect, worth, going back to what is going to make you feel really great about yourself. You know, we know you can go deep, Scorpio. We know you can go psychological. But a new skill for you would be just to loosen that corset, you know, let your hair down. As long as it doesn't blindfold you, let your hair down a little bit. Okay? Even in your work life. Even in your work life. Virgo full moon today is all about Virgo's forces work. How can your work feel more playful? Okay. Yeah, and you're also bringing in the Eight of Cups, a total rebirth on love, on emotions, perhaps things stemming from childhood. You might be releasing, reworking old pain, old wounds from your childhood, or perhaps during this retrograde time, issues to do with your own children coming up. And again, that variability, those adjustments you can make. So if little shocks come or big shocks come, you're present in each moment, and you're adjusting, and you're variable, Scorpio. So in the past, you have 10 of Cups in reversed. You know, cups are love, cups are emotions, cups are empathy, anything to do with feeling. And in reverse, I feel like you've had a really upsetting something in relationship to someone else. And I feel like March is asking you to put the focus on you. This is what clarified it, the Page of Cups. And again, this fresh, this interesting, this bubbly, this creativity, your own heart, your own sense of love, laying a foundation for what you want, for what you need to be, for your love to be like. And again, I think this month you can, if you're being variable, if you're making adjustments, you're going to be trying some new things and looking at it like, looking at yourself with fresh eyes. You know, look at him, he's just looking at this fish, this symbol of creativity, and not taking himself too seriously, okay? Something with upset. All the cups were spilled in the past. But something new is coming in, and actually in the near future, 2 of Pentacles. Look at this. Possibly a new relationship with some earth sign. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Or a new vision on how the relationship you already have can be more juicy, more grounded, more mutual, more focused on that sense of, okay, we really need this grounding so that our hearts and our minds can soar. So we can feel those winds again, those winds that rouse us, that make us feel passionate, that make us feel our bodies again, that make us feel that attraction that we had again. So something new or reworking something that already exists. If you're single, this can be, look at this, it's so beautiful because this King of Pentacles is saying, okay, we're working on your foundation to feel more secure, to feel more worth, to feel more self-respect. And this is suggesting that in the future, you will be ready. You're preparing yourself for this type of relationship. And again, that counterpoint, I want to just keep bringing it in because we have a lot of pentacles here. How can you be grounded so that you feel more free? You feel lighter. You don't feel as sad or down or depressed, you feel juicy. Juicy in the lower half, and the heart just like a deer, you know, leaping through the grasses. That's the spirit animal for the heart. That antelope, that deer is just boom, boom, boom. The color is green. So beautiful. And look at this, the card that clarified it in the other deck, the Empress. Juice, juice, baby, fertility. You're getting nurtured. You're getting cared for. Someone is tending your harvest while you get to be like, ooh, magic. I'm feeling magical. And everyone around you can support that. Everyone wants to support that. When you lay this new foundation, how gorgeous. That is so lovely. There's something, possibly some of you might even be conceiving. That would be so cool. This would be the time when Jupiter is retrograde. Wow. If, or not even conceiving a baby, but conceiving a new project. Watering those seeds. Watering those seeds. How beautiful. Along with this Eight of Swords came the High Priestess. So this mental regeneration, this idea that you're starting to untie the corset, loosen the belt, take out what's holding you back. You know, if you felt like you're swimming with clothes on, have you ever felt that? That, whoa, I'm being pulled back by my garments. To release that feeling. I feel like this is almost in the reversal energy is, you know, the High Priestess is quite aloof. And I feel like this came up, it's not in reverse, but I'm feeling the reversal energy here is that, look at the juicy fruits behind. Get in touch with feeling again. Get in touch with lightheartedness. This is a very serious energy. And I think it's actually meant to be read in reverse. I want I want her to stand up and grab a pomegranate and smash it against the ground and start sucking the juices out. Okay? Do it. Do it, do it, do it. Unconsciously, Six of Wands in reverse. Look at this. This triumphant feeling. There's been a success. It's in reverse. I feel like here again, it's what is success? I mean, the $1 trillion question is, what does success mean to you? What does feeling juicy mean to you? What does feeling passionate mean to you? What does it look like? I think, again, it's asking you to clarify, to pinpoint, what do you want? I think you're unclear a little bit right now on how you want all of this to look. What is success to you? And I think this month, just try new things out. Just try new things out. Don't feel like you have to answer that question right away. Don't go in with this searing hot poker to try to, you know, pull out your organs because of it. Even this inquiry, I have an R problem sometimes, inquiry can be a fun process, a lighthearted process. Just a perspective, just a decision to make it so. And again, you have to keep bringing yourself back away from those old habits of thinking, away from those old habits of loving, excuse me, my computer, of loving, old habits of emotions. Yes, yes, yes. Too stuck in away. This is the card that clarified. The Nine of Cups. Possibly not flowing enough, but this kind of, I'm thinking of the rain now, you know, this huge rain cloud that you're like, is it ever gonna just pour? It just keeps gathering and gathering and gathering and gathering and gathering until finally you drop this basket filled with all of your old habits, all of your old thoughts that aren't juicy. They're dried, they're crackly, they're old, they're done, and you drop them down, and the rain pours, and the winds come. Excuse me. That's the problem with doing these in the morning. My throat is, I sound like a Lauren Bacall. I'm 85. Okay. Look at this. Environment of or other, King of Wands. Clarified with the Hierophant. Oh my God, how different this energy is. Going in with the old code, going along with business as usual, the way you've always done things, the way you think things should be done, the way other people are telling you it should be done. No. No, and look at the number of this, 5. You're conflicted about this. You're conflicted about this. 5 in numerology is something totally different. In the tarot, it's a, conflict. And I feel like that applies with this because clarified with this, yeah, hot King of Wands. Environment of new creativity, environment of passion, environment of magic. Look at all these little happy flowers at the feet and the little smile on his face. He's amused. He's amused. That is totally different than this stoic, neutral, happy medium? I don't think so. New, fun, skipping that rock on the water, okay? And you're backing me up with this. You're backing me up with it because your hope is to turn the Knight of Cups upside down. Yes. I love this card, actually. Look at it. It's so dreamy. It's so beautiful. It's so hazy. It's so Neptunian. The Knight of Cups is aloof. Again, it has a lot of the same energy as the High Priestess. Upside down, it's saying, you know what? I'm not going to hold back. I'm not going to worry what others think. I'm not going to I'm going to say what I feel. I'm going to ask for what I want. I'm going to do these new things, and I don't give a damn what other people think. I'm going to reach out to this person. Or I'm going to call a therapist, and I'm going to rework some of my old habits in relationships. I'm going to look at it. I'm going to really look at it. I'm going to follow my dreams. I'm going to journal about my dreams. In a perfect world, this reversal, he's going to put a saddle and some reins on this horse and jump up on it and start to go. Just trot, just go. You just go in the field in the daisies. This is what I want for you this month. No, that was clarified with this Six of Pentacles. Don't deny yourself this month, Scorpio. Don't measure your little tender morsels out saying you can only have this much right now. You can only do this much right now. I want you to get on this white horse and go. Throw some rocks on the water. Now, if this is speaking to you about, okay, easy does it with searing into the deep, 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 deep psychological waters. Okay, I agree. Cool. I'll go with you on that. This could be searing, but he's not. He's totally, he's living on flirty, charmy, witty, fun hobbies, fun flirtations, fun with your hubby again, fun with your wife again, fun in your relationship again. What did you used to do that was fun? Is that fun anymore? If it's not, stop doing it. Outcome card. Knight of Pentacles. As physical force, the horse is again just standing beside, nuzzling the shoulder, feels comfy, cozy. This is a wary energy in this deck. It was clarified with the Seven of Swords. Today I'm seeing this not as so much of a lesson as, you know what, I'm just going to be feeling like it seems pranksterish, it seems tricksterish. It's almost like you're going to have to trick yourself into getting on your horse and galloping. It's almost like you're going to have to play a game to get yourself out of your nature, which is deep, deep, deep work, deep psychological work, to skip those rocks on the surface, to try some things just for the hell of it. You know, there's a wariness here that this whole spread is begging you to leave behind right now. Because let's go to the cross in the initial cross that you had with the King of Pentacles and Nine of Cups. Okay, in the other deck, it was a little more severe. We had the Nine of Wands. So everything you're doing is not feeling good, feeling exhausted, worn out, feeling like what you've done hasn't worked the way you want it to. Crossed with the Five of Pentacles. This is deep and dark, right? This is almost out of energy. It's time to try something new. Definitely time to try something new here. The heart of the matter is what you've done is led to almost a rigid defensiveness that needs to be broken down to lay this new foundation. Is it low self-worth? Is it not enough self-respect? Is that gonna help you lay this new foundation? I mean, I almost feel like these are actors today. I've never felt this before. I feel like these are actors today, and this is a play. And at any moment, they could just, okay, rehearsal's over, going to throw off the crutches, the snow machine stops throwing the snow, and, they go out for drinks, and they laugh, then they go to karaoke, and then they go bowling. I don't know. What? Right. That idea that we're creating this life, the idea that we're in our own movie. So how can we prepare to have a happy ending? How, not without drama, not without conflict, but how can we prepare to have an ending that's almost a surprise to us? I love that movie Opening Night by John Cassavetes, where they actually are actors. If you've never seen this movie, it's so delicious. Watch it. It's great. Gina Rowland's his wife in it, and his wife in real life is so good. But they do this kind of trick at the end, this little body trick that they learned. And this was after a total drama of her, getting beat up and on stage, and just this illusion. Like, we live in these illusions a lot. We create them to make us feel safe, to make us feel secure. And I think this month is asking you to rewrite the script, flip that script. We used to say that in college when, guys were playing games with us. Flip the script, Shit. Okay, let's look at what's on the bottom of the deck. I want to see if there's some sort of outcome that... You are a trickster. Queen of Cups. That's you. That, my dears, is you. The fish hanging around the neck. Magnetic. Pulling the new to you. I mean, you're like a magnet. And man, look at that. Once again, people around you, situations around you, opportunities around you are being pulled in this thick, heavy way. They don't even know why. But inside you feel, ooh, light. Your heart feels light. Your heart feels like a fish that's just darting in the water. Oh, that's what I want for you, this counterpoint, this contrast of feeling grounded. Oh man, I want it. But also light. That's what gives our lives depth, this contrast. What's on the bottom of the other deck? Okay. Is this the first major arcana? No, we had the Empress. Oh, the High Priestess. Okay, and the other deck. But this one, oh, Hierophant. Okay. The Chariot. I'm still getting that counterpoint, that contrast, this feeling of someone that's, this chariot that's driving forward, so almost out of control. The sphinxes are just galloping. The wind hitting the face, but the purpose, look at the gaze, the purpose, the intent, the drive, the penetration is everything. Wind, galloping, but still point. To skip on the surface and to create this fun, to create this lightheartedness, that still point in the middle, or somewhere we can't even locate. Where is it? Our mind isn't necessarily inside of our bodies. Where's the still point for you? Is it down in your guts? Is it your heart? Is it your third eye? Is it somewhere above you? Is it somewhere in the center of the earth? That would be a cool thing to think about, journal about. Where's your still point? I'm seeing her still point in her heart, and I'm seeing his still point in his third eye, maybe even up on the top of his head. Wow, even in the sex, there's this male-female principle down here. I'm feeling that very strongly too. The root, the second chakra. Wow, what a reading, Scorpio. Okay. Do it. Play. Trust the purpose without needing to know right now what it is. Okay? Let's put our hands together at our heart. Take a big breath in and out the mouth. In and out the mouth. In and out. Excuse me. I love you.